Brian Leary, Mark Rosenthal, Ed Harding, bringing a world of news to New England. This is News Center 5 at 6.
Out west, heavy snow leaves the landscape white and homeowners in the dark. Thousands remain without power. Hundreds plan to spend their second night in emergency shelters. And in the east, the Atlantic crashes through seawalls up and down the coast as homeowners hang on as best they can. Good evening. The list of cleanup chores is piled as high as the snow in Worcester County. More than 50,000 people remain without power. Countless roads are either blocked by fallen trees or overrun with seawater. Governor Weld today toured some of the areas hardest hit. He says damage may not be as bad as the no-name storm last Halloween. But for those who bore the brunt of it, no doubt it's hard to imagine how things could be worse. We begin our coverage tonight with David Boeri, who was with the governor today in Revere. David?
Hi, Brian. Well, the last big tide is gone, and the first cleanup job has just begun. And for homeowners, they're looking at damages and lots of repairs. This has really been a lost weekend for homeowners on this shore at Revere and elsewhere, with seaside homeowners waking up this morning to headaches upstairs and starfish downstairs. On Broad Sound Ave in Beachmont, where residents are still paying off loans from the 1978 storm, the tide was low this morning, but so were spirits.
Now, everybody wants out, nobody can get out, everybody's caught between a rock and a hard place. Financially, we're strapped. We owe our lives to the SBA and to the National Flood Insurance Program.
Esther Smith's house has been on the market for 3 years. This storm won't make the realtor's job any easier. Why'd you move here?
Why? It was crazy. But once you're here and you get money into the house, you never get the money back. Nobody will buy this house. People just keep on fixing, throwing money away for nothing.
Onto the scene this afternoon arrived the governor. On tour of the short beach section of Revere, he struck a brave pose and then got splashed in the face with a spray of a crashing wave.
Where are you taking us, Gov?
And then down the short stretch to Winthrop in an armored carrier. Governor, now you've seen it, how do you rate it?
Well, obviously it's much worse in terms of flooding than the 91 storm because it came at high tide, not at low tide. There was nothing like this in 91. I'd say it looks worse, Revere and Winthrop, than the Halloween storm.
The governor touted his administration's provision of more sand for Revere Beach after the last storm. He said it had prevented serious damage to the parkway this time. But another official said the battering elsewhere certainly demonstrates the need for greater expenditures.
I think we definitely need to take a look at the entire coastline, see what sort of infrastructure repair is needed. Otherwise, you know, these two storms, which were supposed to be 100-year storms, they have hit within a year.
From the air the morning after, a shoreline littered with breached seawalls. Houses turned and tilted on their access. Cars awash in salt water. A tennis court at match serve. Cobbles in the streets. Surf that didn't obey orders or expectations. So the governor is talking about the need for more sand, the need for more seawalls, and if the commissioner of the MDC is right, that's going to cost an awful lot of money. The governor today did say, hey, these people aren't responsible for it, so he seems to have made a pledge that he is going to bring in more sand and repair more seawalls. And the people in this area and the rest of the coast will probably be watching him and seeing if in fact he keeps his pledge. Reporting live from Revere for News Center 5, I'm David Boeri. Back to you, Brian.
All right, thanks, David. The people along the coast aren't the only ones with problems tonight. In the western part of the state, the problem can be summed up as too much snow outside, no heat inside. Even with the help of repair crews from as far away as Canada, thousands are still without power in Worcester County, and no one seems to know when they'll get it back. So as News Center 5's David Ropeek reports, the only alternative for many is another night in a shelter.
The soft, silent woods draped white in wintry grace gave no hint of how disastrous this storm was to the middle of Massachusetts. Underneath all this winter beauty lies the answer to why this storm did so much damage in central Massachusetts. Ice, coating everything, weighing everything down. The weight of all that ice and snow snapped major power lines. Crews from as far away as Canada worked on repairs and hurried to shake other lines free before they snapped.
I think it's worse than the one we had in '78.
How come?
All the snow, it's tough to get in here. It was wet. You get 2 feet of snow here trying to get in here.
That big candles don't throw no heat, or we would be using that.
Nat and Hector LaPlante huddled around the only source of warmth they could find and wondered when the power would come back on.
We did have the telephone, which was good. We're on the telephone, but now we don't have any telephone either, so.
And no power for warmth, to run the well, no water in the sink, and only melted snow to refill the toilet. More than 200 people in Auburn, many of them elderly, could not stay in their cold, dark homes. They filled 2 local shelters.
I haven't been able to sleep, and I won't lay down. No, this is my 3rd night awake, and all day. Well, I might close my eyes, but that's it.
As Dorothy and the others in shelters struggled with their impatience to get back home, 350 electrical workers and more people from the phone company spread out across central Massachusetts to restore service.
I think this was definitely one of the worst storms that we've seen, in particular just the restoration efforts in dealing with the elements.
Worcester Airport will be closed for at least 2 more days. National Guard troops were working on removing 2.5 feet of snow. And throughout Worcester County, power company officials could not say when everyone will have their power back. More than anything, they say they need one thing, the sun and warmer temperatures, to finally melt away the beautiful winter coating that has done so much damage. In Auburn, David Ropeek, News Center 5.
If you need assistance weathering the aftermath of the storm, the American Red Cross is standing by. You can call their toll-free number at 1-800-564-1234. That's 1-800-564-1234. And several school systems have already canceled school for tomorrow, including the Pincushion Hill School in Ashland, all public schools in Bellingham, Needham, Northbridge, Sharon, St. John's High School in Shrewsbury, the Wachusett Regional School District, and all Worcester public schools. We expect more cancellations to come in, and we'll have the latest school closings tonight at 11 and tomorrow morning on the Eye Opener, beginning at 5:30. Well, meteorologist Mark Rosenthal forecasts the snow accumulation as he tracked the blizzard over the past couple of days, and now he's here to add it all up for us. Mark?
All right, Brian, thank you very much. Yes, indeed, it was a wild scene around here all day yesterday and last night. Downtown Boston, I have 8 inches here on the map, but actually they got 9 inches, just 3 inches left in the city of Boston. But as you travel westward, Worcester is 30 here. We've updated it to 32, and I have some video. I want to show you what the scenes are like in Worcester even as we speak right now. It looks like a winter wonderland, anywhere between 30 and 35 inches of snow in and around Worcester, which is the biggest December snowfall ever. They broke their all-time 24-hour snowfall total with 27 inches. The record was 23, set back about 30 years ago, and the folks in Worcester are still digging out. But the good news is the storm is over. The clouds are lingering here in Boston, actually breaks in the clouds out in the Worcester area right now, but skiing is wonderful out there. As a matter of fact, from space, I want to show you exactly where the clear sky is. Let me turn around and tell you that clear sky is just to the north and west of the city by about 50 miles, and the clouds linger here in the Boston area very slowly. Over the next 12 hours, they will be pushing eastward. We'll be back with a complete weather forecast in just about 10 minutes with more news. Here's